Good morning, students. Welcome in science class. Chapter 9 we had started living organisms and their surroundings. In yesterday's video, two characteristics. Do living things need food? Do all living things show growth? That we had discussed. Today, do all living things respire? Yes, you take your example only. Can we live without breathing? No. So when we inhale, the air moves from outside to inside of the body. When we inhale, the air moves from outside to inside the body. This is called inhalation. When we breathe out, the air comes from inside of our body to the outside. This is called the exhalation. So breathing, this breathing process, whatever we are doing, it is a continuous process. So breathing is a part of process called respiration. Breathing is a part of the process. Respiration process is going on. Breathing is a part of that respiration. In respiration, some of the oxygen of the air we breathe in is used by the living body. So in respiration, whenever respiration process is going on, some part of the oxygen of the air, air is made up of the gases. Oxygen, so when we breathe in, is used by living body, and we breathe out carbon dioxide produced in this process. So during the process of respiration, exchange of the gases takes place. We breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide during the process of respiration. The process of breathing in animals. You can see when you breathe, you will feel that you are breathing. Why? From the movement of your chest bones or from the movement of your ribs. In that same way, the process of breathing in animals like cows, buffaloes, horses, dogs, cats is similar to us only, like human beings. If we observe carefully any of these animals when they are taking rest, try to observe this. Whenever you find any animal on the road, stand for a while and observe that animal carefully. When they are taking the rest, at the time only this process you can see clearly in the animals. We will see a slow up and down movement of their abdomen. So this shows that they are breathing, means they are inhaling and exhaling the air. Respiration is necessary for all living organisms. It is through respiration that the body finally obtains energy from the food it takes. So process of breathing involves the exchange of the gases. During this process, oxygen is given to the body and carbon dioxide is removed. Some animals may have the different mechanism for the exchange of the gases. Some animals do not have lungs like human beings for the breathing or the exchange of the gases. So they are having the different mechanisms for breathing. Take the example of the earthworm. Earthworm breathes through its skin. The skin in form 5 or so, you had studied that the earthworm breathes through its skin. So the skin of the earthworm, through the skin of the earthworm, absorbs oxygen they needed for the respiration, and carbon dioxide produced during the respiration is also expelled from the body of earthworm through its skin only. Take another example of fish. We know that fish have gills for using oxygen dissolved in water. Again, fish has a special organs of breathing called gills. Through the gills only they do the process of respiration. Gills absorb oxygen dissolved in water and from the dissolved water. So, like animals, plants also need energy. Yes or no? Yes. Do plants also respire? Yes. Exchange of gases in plants mainly takes place through their leaves. Yes, you know, in form 4, 5, and now you came in form 6. You know, the exchange of the gases takes place through their leaves. On the every leaf of a plant has a large number of tiny pores known as stomata are present on its surface. So oxygen enters the plant through the stomata and utilized in respiration. Carbon dioxide produced during respiration inside the plants is also expelled from the leaves through this stomata only. Thus the exchange of gases in plants during respiration takes place through the tiny pores called stomata. We had learnt that in sunlight, in the presence of sunlight, plants use carbon dioxide of air to produce their own food and give out oxygen. Yes. So during daytime, when sunlight is available, no, at the time the plant use carbon dioxide from the air. Air is a mixture of the gases to make their own food, and this process by the process of photosynthesis and releases the oxygen in the air. So during the daytime, carbon dioxide produced in respiration is used by the plants in photosynthesis. So amount of oxygen produced by the plants when the process of photosynthesis is going on, no, so the amount of whatever oxygen is produced in daytime is much more, वो बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, than the oxygen they use in the respiration. Again, last line I am repeating, the amount of oxygen released or produced by plants during the photosynthesis in daytime is much more than oxygen they use in the respiration. So students, please note this one line, that the photosynthesis in plants takes place only during daytime when sunlight is available. If sunlight is available at the time, the process of photosynthesis takes place. But respiration in plants takes place during daytime as well as night time also. Keep this my line in your mind. Okay. Second characteristic. Do all living things respond to stimuli? How do you respond? Respond means how do you react? If you suddenly step on a sharp object like a thorn, or sometimes in the kitchen your mama is cooking something and you went there and by mistake you touched any hot object. So as soon as you touch that hot object, immediately you will lift that, you will take your hands back. Why? Or while walking the barefoot. How do you feel when you see or think about your favorite food? You should suddenly move from a dark place into the bright sunlight. So all these are the example of response to stimuli. What happens? Your eyes shut themselves automatically for a moment till they adjust to the changed bright surrounding. Sometimes from very dark light, if you are moving to very bright light, at the time suddenly your eyes will be closed. So your eyes are adjusting yourself according to that environment. So all these activities what you are just now, all these examples I gave you, all these are living things, they react to the changes around them. So changes in the surroundings to which living things respond or react is called stimuli. Stimuli is a plural and stimulus is of stimulus singular word. Your favorite food, bright light and a thorn in the above situations are some example of changes in your surroundings. All of us, not me, not you, all the living beings, they respond immediately to such changes. If a sudden changes are occurring, then immediately you will react to that change. So this reaction or this responding, it is known as the stimuli. Changes in our surroundings that makes us respond to them are called stimuli. Now question will arise, do other animals also respond to stimuli? Yes. For example, when we move towards a bird, the birds immediately fly away. You had noticed or not? Yes. So it means they are having one kind of the fear, and this fear is the stimulus, and that bird responds or they react by moving away from us. Do you find them suddenly become active on seeing the food? When you move towards the bird, what does it do? Wild animals also run away when bright light is flashed towards them. Similarly, at night, when you wake up and if you want to drink water and if you go to your kitchen, at the time in some houses in the kitchen so many cockroaches are moving here and there. So as soon as you will turn on that, if you will switch on that lights, and all the cockroaches will run away. So this is the sudden reaction. It is called the stimuli. Cockroaches begin to move to their hiding places if the light in the kitchen is switched on at the night. Can you give some more examples of responses of animals to stimuli? Can you remember? If remember, well and good. Now the question arises, do plants also respond to stimuli? Yes. Flowers, see, lots of example in your day life you are also noticing that some flowers of some plants bloom only at night only. In some plants, flowers close after sunset. In some plants like mimosa, commonly known as touch me not plant. You are quite aware of this plant, mimosa plant, touch me not plant. So, leaves close or fold when someone touches them. See this. In this first figure, if your hand is not near to that plant, all the leaves are open. But as soon as you go near to that plant and if you will touch, the leaves fold up on touching with the fingers. See this. So, touch me not plant or the mimosa is the best example. Yes, that plants also respond to the changes around them. In other words, if you want to say, you can say that plants also respond to stimuli or they also react to stimuli. So these are the some examples of the responses of plants towards changes in their surroundings. So today we have discussed, do all living things respire? Do all living things respond to stimuli? Yes. In next session, we will see, do living organism and the process of excretion. Do all living things move? Do all living things reproduce of their own kind? Thank you students and have a nice day.